And so here we are once again. We are back with My Dream Home, Series 2, The Villa. To be more precise, I really love a Victorian villa, which usually is a Victorian home. I mean, that is pretty obvious. But they're usually detached as well, and they're just grand and beautiful. And I've loved them for years. This would be something I could easily move in tomorrow. They're usually quite big as well, sort of 4 or 5 bedrooms plus. And they usually come with a nice big bit of land as well, depending on where they actually are. Sometimes if they're in London, they don't come with all that much space, maybe a big back garden and a big front garden. In my head, I'm thinking more a Victorian villa in the middle of the English countryside. So we're going to be playing around with a bit of a bigger lot today, a 50 by 40 lot, and I think we're going to be building in the world of Henford-on-Bagley. So the same as last time, what we're going to be doing today is just getting the bare bones of the building down. We're also going to be going ahead and getting some really good inspiration for this build. And last time what we did is just had a little look on some estate agent websites. And I found a couple of homes that I really love the look of. So that is what we're going to do today. Very excited. This is an ongoing series until it gets to the end, obviously. And of course, we're going to be using some lovely custom content for this whole build as well. So that's it. Nothing more needs to be said. Let's go ahead and find our inspiration. And so here we are at the first inspiring house. I love this one. I really do. There's only one thing I would change on it, and I would want this to be in a red brick. We're definitely going to be building this Victorian villa in a red brick. I don't know what it is, just something about a beautiful Victorian house in red brick just makes me moist. It really does. And this one here is still gorgeous. Of course it is. I'm going to go through a lot of the photos with you now. But I just wish it was in red brick. I really do. But look at this garden. Look at that beautiful high wall around the back area of it as well. Just stunning. This is the front facade, which I just fell in love with. Can you imagine that in a red brick? I mean, it looks gorgeous nonetheless. I do think this is semi-detached. It appears to be, because I don't think you would paint it 2 different colours. We're not going to be doing semi-detached today. Not at all. We want the whole house for ourselves. Thank you very much. But then this picture here confused me, because then I don't know where the entrance to this would be. This here appears to be an entrance into the house itself. But it looks to me like there are 2 different dwellings here. We're not doing that. We're having one dwelling. We're being very greedy. And that's what we're going to do today. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a driveway to that one. Where's the other one? I suppose that could be a pathway there, couldn't it? Coming up from here. But then they haven't got any kind of drive or anywhere to park their car. I don't know, but I love the shape of this. I absolutely love the shape of this here. I really, really do. They've even got a bloody swimming pool, for goodness sake. More of a plunge pool. More of a plunge pool. We're definitely going to be doing that. I would love a swimming pool. I really would. So I'm going to be adding that into this My Dream Home series as I am indeed. I definitely think it's more semi-detached now I'm looking at it. Yes. So they must have a different entrance somewhere, that other house. But I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I really do. That looks like it's been photoshopped in. Doesn't it? Just doesn't look real. Wondering with that. Beautiful door, love all the flowers. The interiors are a bit dated, they are, but they've still kept the lovely period charm with the fireplace, the coving at the top of the ceiling and wall there. It's beautiful. It really is. Our interiors are going to be a little different. There's definitely still going to be more period based. The other house that I'm going to show you in a minute has got a little bit more of the interior that I like. Only a little bit. There's a few of the bits in there that are a bit questionable in my own tastes. But I just love the layout of all of this. I really do. I think it's stunning. This hallway as well. I want to do a really similar hallway to this. I love this hallway. I love a wraparound stair like that. And we can actually use Felix Ander's Chateau collection to be able to get a staircase like that, which is really nice. So I definitely want to do that. I love the entrance, the fact that it's on a diagonal and it gives you a little bit of like a boot room area or an area where you can put your stuff and bits down on tables. Even a little cloakroom in there would be perfect for me and my family. So that's what I would like. They've even got the old bells look. So this house would have obviously had staff and stuff back in the day. And they've kept all of that in here, which I love. I think that's so important. You know my thoughts on people going through with all of these bloody house renovations and they just get rid of all the period charm. I hate it. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be, if anything, getting more in. Love the paneling on this little office room here. Kitchen's really nice. I like it, but it needs a little bit of rework. And I don't like the actual kitchen itself. I like the shape of it with a big window. And I do like this kind of like, hearth kind of like surrounding we've got going on here, which is what I would love to try and do with the kitchen once we get into it. But you get the idea. There was a bit of a new kind of like conservatory moment on the back. I would love some kind of modern addition to this. And I don't know how I'm going to go about that just yet, but I definitely want to have that coming into this house. I really do. Even if it's like above with skylights into the house above, I would like to try and do that as well. Because I would like to update the main bedroom. I'd like the bedroom to feel a little bit more lifted and still with its period charm, but you get the idea. Love this room as well. It's almost like a sunroom, this one here. Obviously, the furniture choices and stuff in this house is not for me. I just think it's gorgeous. I really do. Even an art room, look at this. Absolutely bloody gorgeous. That there reminds me of like rental properties, that colour carpet. I don't know why. That blue carpet with like the wood rental property. Strip all that off, get those wood stairs back, you know, it would be absolutely stunning. But yeah, this, you got an idea. You got an idea of the house example number 1. Let me just see if I can see a bit more of the garden. Yeah, here we go. So look at that. Look at that from the back. That is so lovely. I would love something like that. I just think it's gorgeous. Obviously, it's got the pool. Nice big garden. We're going to go for quite a big garden. I might even do an annex in this build as well. So a smaller little like villa down at the bottom of the garden where I could have my parents maybe live, or that kind of vibe. I'd love to do that. Don't have the money. Oh, they've got one. Look, they've got one right here. So I didn't even realize that came with the house. So they do have like an annex at the bottom of the garden. So that's kind of an inspiring thing, actually. So we might go down that route. But yeah, all in all, gorgeous. What we're going to do now is flop on over to the second example, and we're going to have a little look around there too. And voila. Again, imagine this in a red brick. This house is gorgeous. I absolutely love this house. This is local to me as well. This is actually in Devon, this house. And it's stunning. It really is. I don't like dark grey walls. Something about it for me. Just not a vibe for me. Love the wooden flooring in here. But you can just see that this has been lifted a little bit, which I like. It's a little bit more modern. Look at that with a lovely sloping lawn at the back there. Absolutely stunning. I would be getting rid of this washing line without a doubt. Can't stand those washing lines. I just don't like them at all. And this lean-to here, it's just... We could do a bit better than that. We really could. So we will, because we're building in The Sims and it won't cost us real money. Not a fan of this kitchen. Shaker style kitchens I like, but I don't know what it is about this. I don't know. It just feels a bit like lacking in personality. Most of the period charm has kind of been ripped out of it. It's just not a vibe for me. Lovely hallway once again. Look at that stained glass door. I would like to do that in this build. I really would have like a proper front door like this one here. And then in the interior porch door, a stained glass door. That's what I've got in my real house as well. Like a big Victorian door and a stained glass window door. That was one of the main pulls of this house that I'm living in now. I just loved how the door looked. So it's those little things, isn't it? Look at all of this coving and stuff at the top here. The plaster coving. We're definitely going to be going to town with that. I really love the flooring in here. The wide slat, beautiful flooring. I think it's gorgeous. Again, dark grey walls, not my vibe, but it's only a colour. This is the kind of vibe I like. Like, not too much furniture, not too much clutter everywhere. Still paying respects to the Victorian charm. And I love the fact that this one's got a wood burner in the fireplace itself. I think that's really, really nice. I do. And I still love the fact that they've knocked through from the kitchen into the living space as well. I like that. I like that a lot. I really bloody do. It's got its own utility room as well, which we're definitely going to be building in this house. And I love this room here. I think this is like a second reception room. I just love the fact that the windows go right down to the floor in here and you can see all the greenery into the house. I just think it's stunning. I really do. And the furniture choice in here are really great. I do love some of the furniture. I love this sofa. Not in that colour, but I do like that sofa. In fact, that is probably the same place I got my sofa. I got my sofa from Loaf, and that to me looks like a Loaf sofa. I don't recommend them, by the way. They're very uncomfortable. We are in the midst of trying to look for a new one. But yeah, I like that. Do you see what I mean? This is the kind of vibe that I want. I love the shape of this house. I love the shape of it here. I would like to try and recreate that with the house that we've just added on to this house. So like the kind of diagonal sort of like entranceway. I want to try and do something along those lines. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm very excited for this. I really am. Again, with the beautiful stairs. Let's have a little look upstairs as well. Very nice. Needs a bit of colour in here, darling. It's a little bit beige for me. I'm sorry, but it's a little bit beige. But again, this is probably a good blank canvas for people to have a look at and think, oh, I can do this here. La-di-da-di-da. You know, Nice tiles in the bathroom, not so much on the floor, I'm not into them. But I do love those little tiny subway tiles. Very nice indeed. Plain. But again, lovely bathroom. I do like this bathroom apart from the wall colour. But I think that bathroom's really, really nice. But you get the idea. This is where we're going to go with this series. I'd like to have a little look outside a bit more into the garden area of this house. Just to have a little nose around. But it just looks like really lovely, well-manicured lawns. But with lots of big trees around it. That's what I would love to see from my windows and in the garden and stuff. Like, I'm going to be into this. This is going to be a good series to get across. So that's it. You've got your inspiration, my darling. I'm going to meet you now in Henford-on-Bagley on a 50 by 40 lot. And we're going to make a start on my dream home, the villa. And here we are in the world of Henford-on-Bagley on a 50 by 40 lot. If you watch my Let's Build the World series, so this is where we built Haddon Hall. I just thought this would have been a lovely lot to build this Victorian villa on. It's not going to be as big as Haddon Hall, obviously, but we are going to have quite a bit of grounds to cover. So a lot of landscaping, separate areas. I definitely, as I said, I still want like an annex as well, like a little separate building somewhere. I definitely want a pool. I would love a greenhouse to be able to grow like some veg and stuff. Maybe even a little like walled garden sort of area. I'd like to play around with the terrain manipulation as well. I don't know why I'm doing that. But I would like the lawn in the front or the back to kind of slope up a little bit. I just have a little bit of like interest, you know, lots of mature trees and stuff around. That's the vision. I'm going to pop up a couple of reference images just so you can get an idea of like a red bricked Victorian villa if you've never seen one before. These are more villas that are in towns, maybe even cities. So we're going to have a bit more ground to play with. These are kind of like very much houses in kind of suburban sort of city areas. But I absolutely love the vibe of it. I really do. But yeah, we're not going to get huge amounts done today, as always with this kind of stuff. Or just in this series and in particular, I tend to take my time with this. So it's a lot more slower paced. All of that good stuff. But that is it. So, nothing more to say. Let's make a start on the start of the Victorian villa. So, where I want to start is on the entrance itself. And I want the entrance to be on the side. The house position might change once I've got it down. But we're just going to keep it as it is for now. And we will be working with medium height walls for this particular build. So, what I want to do... I was effing or aiming to do like a diagonal entrance, wasn't I? But I don't know if I'm going to go down that route now. It was very nice on that house that we saw, but I've got a feeling I'm going to keep it as it is. And I really love the entrance on the second house that we saw. So I think I'm going to go down that route and do that. So this kind of comes to here, and then it's got like a little bay moment here that kind of goes in, maybe, let's go for 3 squares there. And then it comes out the back of the house a little bit more to around about there. Okay, stunning. And then this comes around to here. There is a chimney breast on this part, so we'll have to make sure that that is apparent. I might even come out a little bit wider there just for sim scaling, you know, because I have a feeling this is probably where I'm going to be putting the living room area. And then this kind of comes along, and then it's got like a square bay window moment, which I really love. I absolutely loved that. I don't know whether to just bump it out once or go for a full shebanger and bump it out twice. I think we'll stick with the one. We'll stick with the one there. I'm going to drag that all the way along to there. Do I want to do a 3 or a 4? It's almost a 3, really. And then I'm going to come in here even more as well. And this is where it starts to bay out again. So it's kind of, it's got the original bay sort of shape, really. I'm going to do it in that kind of orientation like that. And then dip you along to around about there. Let's have a look at this floor, this footprint that we've got going on. Nice. That is a nice size. Okay, and it does have a lean-to here as well, which I am going to do, but we're just going to make the lean-to look a little bit better. This could be a good place to put the kitchen, you know? We could have the living room here, the dining room here, and the kitchen on the end here, which is freeing up all of the space back here for other rooms, bits and bobs. I want an office. I'd love a cinema room as well. Like, that would just be the dream of all dreams. So I might go down that route. We'll see what happens. Right, let's blop this all the way across here. What is a blop? I have no idea, but we're blopping by the sounds of things. We are absolutely blopping. We are going to go to there. Okay. Yes. I'm for that. So this is the main house here. I'm going to section that off so I can kind of get a feel of it. This is the main house. That's a lean-to or an extension, whatever you want to call it. So I think what we should do is maybe go to here and then bring that in one there. In fact, I think just to get as much space as possible, I think just having it connect all the way around like that would be kind of perfect. That's a nice size. I enjoy that. Okay. Yeah, I do enjoy the size of that. I think that's kind of a good size. It's definitely in the wrong position now that I've done it, so I am just going to centralize this onto the lot a little bit more. Doesn't need to be exact, but I would love a little bit of centralization going on. I'm going to bring it a little bit further forward because, as I've said, I do want to build some kind of little annex in one of the corners in the back garden area. For the parentals. They don't know this yet, but it's happening. Now, to me, this build looks like it's got short height walls at the top, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep everything in medium. Yeah, I am. Again, just for Sims 4 scaling, I would do that. But from what I can see here, it's definitely got short height walls at the top. We are going to go into the basement as well, which would probably be a good area where I could do my cinema room in the basement. Let me know your thoughts on that. This one goes all the way along to here. And then I think this connects all the way over because there's a roof there. Yes. Lovely. I think this would be the perfect space for at least 4 bedrooms. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm literally going to copy the same shape as what we've done and put it exactly up here. I mean, I could have just copied downstairs, but you know, sometimes it's easier just to go on a whim like that, isn't it? Not you silly poo. Not poo. Did I just say silly poo? I've never said you silly poo. We're continuing on, okay? We are continuing onwards. I do like the look of this so far. I think it's going to work. There may be elements that I want to make look a little bit more interesting by use of bay windows and stuff, but I'm not going to figure that out until I've figured out a floor plan for the interior. And we'll probably get to the floor plan today. And with the series as well, I'm going to go through all the floor plan and stuff together. So we're going to do it all together, you know? Like one big, happy, filthy family. Right, okay. Well, we're using this one. And I'm going to whiffle you along to there. And then I'm going to pull you all the way back to around about here. Is that going to be a pointy, weird moment? No, I don't like the pointy roof moment. So I'm going to go off on a creative whim with this roof line. And I think what I want to do is bring in a bit more of a flat roof. Which you see, what I mean by flat roof is like a middle section being a little bit flatter. I think you all know that by now. And then we can have kind of like a widow's walk or something at the top. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just want it to look like a Victorian villa. How many times am I going to say Victorian villa in that very dramatic way? I'll tell you how many times. Many. I'm going to make it a little bit taller though, the roof. Yeah, I'm wondering if we should flap it down with this build. I think I'm going to do that, you know. I think I'm going to use I think I'm going to go flaps down. And I'm going to do one of these roof lines here like this, rather than going for the like hexagonal ones, because it's just not the vibe for me. Yeah, but that needs to be taller. It needs to look more Victorian, more grand. That's the ticket. Yes, I think this could work. Okay, so now we've got that height on. Let's just pull the other ones up to that height too. Okay, that's done. So with this top area, I think we can do an attic, you know. I think we could definitely do an attic, which again might change. It might change the roof slightly because I could add on some dormers and make this into a livable space. But every Victorian house usually does have an attic, you know, and they're usually quite big. Mine is absolutely vast and it scares me and I don't like going up there. But I think it would kind of make sense for this place to have a nice big attic. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, and without the wood. So we don't have to put a widow's walk in. I could easily flop in just a normal roof line and just flatten it down slightly. You know? Let's bring you all the way down here, my darling. Let me see this. I think we can make that work, loves. I do think that needs to be just a little bit flatter, you know? Oh, is that the flattest? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Let me see that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Something along those lines. Vibing with that. Absolutely vibing. So we're on roof pieces, so let's stick with that. We're going to go for a half gabled here. I don't know if I want to extend this like a little bit bigger or not, depending on what the floor plan's going to be like on the interior. So again, everything is subject to change. Let's get you down. You kind of sit around that kind of angle there. It would be nice to be able to fit in some windows onto this area, to be honest, like into these pieces. But I don't know if that's going to be a weird angle for some of the CC that I've got. That's nice. I like that. Yeah. Roof piece going onto the entrance here. Stunning bit of work. And then this area at the back here, I could probably just go for a half-hipped. So what I had to do back here was just use the same roof pieces as what we've used on the main house and just extend down the actual size of the attic itself, which alarm bells were ringing in my head, and this would be a great like main bedroom suite on the top level of the house, you know. So we might go down that route. Like imagine like some glass doors here in between this roof of like a little balcony at the top here. Kind of vibing with that idea with like some skylights. I said I wanted to do skylights into the main bedroom itself. I'm kind of vibing with that idea. So we're going to leave that as it is for now because that might not happen, but I still think that would be a really great idea. So I think this is a good footprint. A really good footprint for a Victorian villa, and I love the shape of it as well, I really do. So I'm happy with how this is looking. So before we go on to choosing any kind of wallpaper, window or door, what I want to do is get a rough floor plan. A rough floor plan, everybody. Laid out so we know where we're going with this house. So that's what we're going to do. This might take a bit of time. I might cut a few things out here and there, but we're going to do this together. So this is the main entrance here. We were going to be doing a little stained glass door here, weren't we? So we're going to do a stained glass door there. And I want that lovely wide hallway. It doesn't have to go down too far because I don't want to eat away too much of this space here. If I took it to around about, I'm going to go to what was that noise, by the way? I'm going to go down to maybe around here. And if I can get you into there, I think a 3 wide hallway would be great. With doors leading from either side, I'd be happy with, because then you can, like, that makes sense. That flows well as far as I'm concerned. So let's get a pair of rough stairs in first, because I want these stairs to kind of be wrapped around. I'm just going to use some white ones for now. So it needs to come from that way. We're going to be whiffling these around, la-di-da, and then absolutely tucking them in like that. And I think I want to get rid of the bottom, just so we've got like a floating staircase. I think that's how I want to go about it. Again, we're going to be using a different staircase altogether, but I think that would be a marvellous look. I also think it would be best to have them on this side here as well, so we can see the banister, and then we've still got something that we could do with that there. I think that's going to work. So the living space itself, I want to keep most of it open plan, really. So we're going to need some kind of thoroughfare maybe here as well. So like a hallway that kind of connects through this side as well as here. I think that would be a good vibe to do. I'm going to connect it in there as well. So it just kind of makes all of this space a cohesive room. And I'm going to get rid of that wall now. So what's going to be in this room is the formal kind of sitting room. I'm not going to do any kind of TV or anything in this room. A dining room around this area here, and then a kitchen on the end here. We do need to get a utility room in though. That is very important. So I'm thinking, rather than having the hallway here, what we could do is have this as the utility room and then get it connected through this way. So this is more the hallway through there. That would kind of make a bit more sense, you know? And that kind of connects in with another hallway that goes here with access out from this side. I think would be great. Access outside from there. I think that could work. With a bathroom down on this level as well. In fact, no, I am going to keep the utility room here, and I'll tell you why. So let's get rid of you. Put the utility room back there. Still have this hallway. This hallway kind of connects through then into this side of the house. And then this has given us perfect space to be able to put in a bathroom, which will allow us to have a window into the bathroom, which is very nice. This is going to be another sitting room. I would have this as a bit more of a library, a bit more of a like chilled space where I could game. I play D&D now and I absolutely love it. So some kind of room where that would be apparent would be great. So I'm going to connect that in all the way to there. Maybe having this as some kind of office and a space. Yeah, some kind of office and gaming room for me and Tom would be great. And then maybe even this here could work really nicely as some kind of like sunroom. You know, I could even add a bit more of an extension onto this part here as well. Don't really want it to come from that way though. So something that could come up this way. And it doesn't even have to be an extension. What I'm going to do actually instead is put down some stone. I'm just going to use the sidewalk slabs for now, just so it reminds me this is going to be some kind of patio area from the sunroom. But I would like the sunroom to be kind of semi-shut off from that hallway, so I'm going to do that as well. Yeah, like a lovely sun-chilled room. I like the idea of that. And for the office, what I think I'm going to do is have the entrance to the office in from the sitting room area rather than from the sunroom. I think that would work out quite nicely. I think that floor plan's nice, you know. I do. I am going to wall off that area there, though. I think that's what I want to do. And that is a really nice bit of space down there. So we've got everything that we need on the ground level, which I'm kind of happy with. It will make a lot more sense once we've put doors, interior doors, lighting, all of that stuff. But we're not there yet, are we? The answer to that is no. No, we are not. So upstairs we go. So where do we come out from here? I think it's going to be kind of awkward. So this is where things are going to get a little bit more, no, not difficult, but we're going to have to get our juices flowing, darlings, because I would also like to get up into this space. I do think we're going to go down the route of making this into some kind of main bedroom moment. I think we should, darling. And I think I want to do like a wraparound stair moment. Would I be able to? Look, this is, we're testicles. We're testicling everything today. I would like to have this corner here, this space here to have some kind of wraparound stair moment. But I'm just wondering how we can do that. Let's see what we can bloody do first, shall we? So let's get some stairs in. I'm not going to copy the same ones as what we did there because I would like them to come up around here, you know? So if we went down to this level, there we are. We can get you in there. If I wrapped this, what is this going to look like? Is this going to be ugly? Is it going to make sense? No. The answer to that, my loves, is no. You probably can't see anything that I'm doing at the minute because it's very dark. So I'm just going to whap in some saucer lights. It will kind of make sense. That doesn't work for me because then this whole space will just be a hallway. And I want to get a bathroom and stuff in here, you know? And we also need to get at least 4 bedrooms in this part. So it's just not going to work there, is it? So maybe I could even, if I push that back 1 there, because I want it to have its own like entrance rather than just a stairway. Like a door. Do you know what I mean? A door that would go upstairs. That works there. It does. As soon as the walls and stuff up there, that would absolutely work. But I'm just wondering whether to push it a little bit further so I can have a little doored entrance, you know? No, that's not going to work. So we're going to go back to that. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I do not mind the stairs meeting on that point there. That could work out. That could work out indeed. So now what we've got to think about is how we're going to be able to orientate the Sims around to this side without having a bit of a stupid floor plan, you know? So I think here would be a great bathroom. We could have a nice big landing here, maybe with some kind of storage cupboard up here would be really nice. So if I did like a lovely bathroom around, I mean, we could have quite a big bathroom. That's a bit too big. That's a bit excessive, that. If I went to about there and whippled that in along there like that, that is a nice size big family bathroom, you know? With some kind of like store cupboard, maybe around about there. We need to think about storage with this. We're trying to get as realistic as we possibly can with this house. So 2 tile wide landing. That should be fine around there. But I'm just wondering, is that going to be a bit too big for 1 bedroom, you know? This whole thing. Well, that would have been the main bedroom itself. So it would kind of make sense. What I could do is have a main bedroom, the main bedroom, which is now going to be a guest bedroom maybe, or even the upstairs could be a guest bedroom, who can say, with an ensuite bathroom, you know? So this is like the bedroom here, ensuite bathroom there, the big bathroom there, and then I think what I would do is count this as the main hallway and change the shape here slightly. So what I'm going to do is forget the shape of I wasn't really happy with that main bathroom shape anyway. Bring this in here, get this bathroom to around about that size, and then have a kind of dressing room ensuite bath moment here, you know, for this bedroom. So big bedroom, dressing room, little ensuite, or even a bit of a bigger ensuite really there. Let's get a bit of a bigger one. Let's do that. I think that could work out maybe okay. Again, this is all subject to change. I'm just breaking this down, how I kind of go about thinking about floor plans and why I never tend to record them because indecisive, you know, fair go. No more, nothing more needs to be said. Not one thing. So we've got 1 bedroom. We need to break this down into 3 bedrooms now with, I would like at least another 1 ensuite, to be honest. And I did have to go off and just think a little bit more about what I was doing then. So a few things have changed. I'm going to talk you through it right now. So main bedroom with its own dressing room. I just think having a big main bedroom, even though we are doing the upstairs, I think we're going to go down the route of having this as the guest bedroom up there. We're going to do like a little guest suite. And then it's got its own ensuite on this side here now. So that's the way that I've kind of planned that out. So dressing room with its own ensuite with the main bedroom there. This is now the main family bathroom. This room here is a bit more of a box room. Could be storage, could be a little bit of an office as well, that kind of vibe. Or just basically leaving it as a storeroom. I don't know what we're going to do with that yet, but I just think having at least somewhere where it looks like you could have storage would kind of make sense. And then with this one here, another bedroom here. I decided I'm against going for 3 bedrooms on this level and 4 bedrooms on this level. It's going to be a 4-bedroom house because of upstairs now. So that kind of like, I'm fine with that. And then this end bedroom here down the end of the hallway with its own ensuite. It made sense not to give them their own ensuite for this bedroom here because it's got a main bathroom. So I needed at least 1 bedroom there that hasn't got it, you know. And then upstairs, this is going to be a kind of guest suite. I'm not going to get to floor planning this just yet because I don't know what I'm doing with the roof pieces and stuff up here. So we're going to leave that as it is for now. What I also need to remember is that we are going to be doing some kind of basement area. So I need to make sure I'm going to be putting in an area where they can get down to the basement area, which is going to be a media room, music, a big cinema room. That's the vibe that I want to go for. So all in all, I'm kind of happy with how this floor plan is flowing along now. Again, it could all be subject to change, but so far, so good. So right now, what we're going to do for the last little part today of our getting started episode is pick all of the wallpapers, the windows, the doors, the roof textures, that kind of vibe, just to get a feeling of what we're actually going for today. And so here we are. All of the windows and the wallpapers and the doors and the roof texture has been chosen. Let's put it around together and I'll talk you through everything. So this is the brick that I want. This red brick. This is the Felixander London brick. Any CC that I use in each part, I will leave a link down below so you don't have to rifle through for everything. So each part will have each of the CC used in this episode. And I'm putting this all the way around, loves. All the way around the whole of the build itself. I just love this brick. I think it's gorgeous and I just think it looks wonderful with these windows. These are Charlie Pancake's Maple and S Constructions windows. They're my favourite. You've seen me use them multiple times and we're using them throughout this whole build as well, which is bloody gorgeous. I went for a chimney breast as well. We've gone for a chimney breast on this part because this is going to be into the kind of formal sitting room area. So having a chimney there will just look absolutely marvellous as far as I'm concerned. We still need to add another chimney on, maybe around on this part here, because I do want a chimney coming from the other sitting room that we're going to be having. So that is the moment. Anyway, we're going to make a start. We've put the brick on everywhere. Did I put it on that roof piece up there? I did. And we're going for the rustic roof from the Horse Ranch expansion pack, and I'm using this on the whole of this build as well. So, apart from that piece there, we don't need to put it on that bit because that's going to be a glass ceiling. So let's wrap this all the way around. Marvellous stuff, and even on these parts here as well. So we've got a lovely slate tile, complete with a grey trim as well. I wanted to keep that trim lovely there. Let's start around this part here. So with the windows, I've gone for a nice cream kind of colour. I didn't want them in a stark white. I still wanted them to be slightly softer with this build. I just think it looks a little bit more attractive than white kind of like windows as far as I'm concerned. And I think that's the vibe that I'm going for. So I'm going to put 2 on this bay window, but I'm also going to do a little bit of a moment on this side here as well. And I'm going to keep a slight gap in between these ones. I think that's the way that I want to do it. I might even put them at their default actually. Yes, that's the ticket. And I'm also going to build something above there as well. I'm not going to do that today. Same with the door as well. We're going to do a little bit of a ornate kind of like trim around them. That's what I'm envisioning anyway. And then with this, we're going to be flopping these into place here. Let's get down to the level we're working on, get rid of that grid, and then bring these in at that point there. And the same with you, my love. I think you're around about there, aren't you? Yes. So that is going into what is going to be the dining room area. Marvellous stuff. And then I'm going to use the same technique up here, but I'm going to go for a smaller window upstairs rather than the bigger window. Let me just see if that's the right height. It is, because I'm going to be putting radiators underneath of these windows in this house. I just love that vibe with a Victorian, and we're doing it today, darlings. You are not in the right position. You need to come in the right position. If you can hear sniffing in the background, it's because Daisy is fuming and she's ready to leave my office. And I can't until I put all these windows on. Sorry, Daisy. You will be waiting around for me. Can you hear her? Honestly, that is her. That's her protesting that she has to stay in this room with me. I'm going to do these windows above this bay window. We're going to do 3 of them. Or should we do... Let me see what 3 looks like. I like it with 3. That was the original kind of score. Let me just see what it's going to look like with 2. No, it needs the 3 to balance out what I've got going on there, which is rather delicious. Yeah, I'm into that. Into that vibe. Okay, we're coming around to this way. There's something about a blue door with a red brick wall for me. I don't know what it is. I love it. So that is the door that we're using. That is also from Felix's London collection. In at the top, we're going in at the top first. So we're going to put these at the height that those are. Is that correct? I do believe it needs to come up one more. There we are. And this goes into the main bathroom above. So we're going to flop them in above there like that. And then down here, this is the other sitting room. I'm going to be putting 4 of these in on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I need to, maneuver them. So, because I think I had them in groups of 2. I can't really remember. If I do you to there, and then I move you across to there. Let me see what that's going to look like. No, I think it was in that default spot like that. Yes. And then I did 2 around on the side as well. So 1, 2 there with equal spacing going on, I think I would like to see. So that's kind of nice big bay window area with like the floor sash windows. Oh, yes, please. Absolutely vibing with that. Yes, indeed. And then I did a nice, just for a little bit of a difference, I did a nice little circular window up there, or a little arched window on that point. I think it was more along the lines of being around in that position or that. I think it might have been there. That could change. We'll see what happens, because I also did another one above it like this. You do need to be up higher. So maybe I should whiffle you around. Maybe there. Let me see this. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I think that's what I had as well. Let's get rid of you. You're distracting me. Come down to this part here. And this is going to be into the office area. So I did 3 of these windows directly in the middle of this. Yes, perfect. And then I did 2 more just around on this area here. I think those are a bit wonky. They are very wonky, Aiden. Sort your shit out. If I can go to there instead then. Let me see that. Beautiful. And then up above, I did 1 window into the ensuite bathroom there. And then I did another one into the hallway. So we can just have a little bit of natural light coming in to that hallway area. Yes, I'm going to vibe with that. And I've already vibed, you know. The vibe is out. The vibe is true. This door, I'm a little bit... I liked this door when I first picked it out. But now I don't know. I do like the idea of, with the sunroom, having a nice bifold door. But the colours are just not the right tones that I want to use on this house. So that might change. I'm going to leave it like that for the minute. I like it, but I'm not completely and utterly sold on it. And then up above, this is another bedroom. So I do want to add some more windows up here as well. So I'm going to do one like that, I think. And then I think I did another one around about there. These are up way too high. I don't know why I put them up that high. Very silly of me. Yes, I'm feeling that. Why is there one more window here? Oh, actually, maybe I did do another window into the ensuite. I think I might have done it like that, you know. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's where that window came from then. That makes a lot more sense now. I like the window placement with that side. Stunning, yes. And then we're going to be doing the sunroom. I've used these windows here just to have a lovely big wall of windows, you know. into that sunroom. I think we need to come across one like this. And then have that going on that side, you know. And then 2 more windows above it. These are still in white. I did go ahead and pick white to begin with, just so I could see where everything was placing. And then I softened up the colour, just because I prefer that with the brick, you know. So I'm going to do another one there. Is that correct? It is. And another one there, like that. Yes, that's working out for me. Yes, indeed. And then above here, I did 1 more window. I think maybe there. Let me see this. Yes. 2 more maybe there, like that. Which in turn I put in 2 more down here because that is where the bathroom is. Oh, actually, they need to go here. If you're going there, I need to place these windows correctly. I think it was more along the lines of that instead, just so they're all in line nicely. And then up above, this is an ensuite bathroom. So I'm just going to put a window up and above there. And then a door here, which is going to be the kitchen area. And the same with this side here. So they've kind of got access onto each side, you know. I thought having a nice flow through in the kitchen area, I don't know what I love about that, but I just really do, with a lovely big long kitchen along on this side with some kind of island around here. That's what I would like. That's what I'm envisioning. It might work, it might not, you know. We don't know. We're going to be testing this all together. You there, and you up there, my love, which is going to be the perfect height for a kitchen window. And then I really want to do a lovely wooden framed kind of glass moment like that. I'm wondering if this might be a little bit too tall, you know. I think we should go down the route of having it like that. Yes. And then use the same color trim as what I've used on the rest of the house, just so it kind of makes it cohesive. You know, I think that's a really good start for us. I really do. And again, we're going to be cracking on with up here as well. So this is all going to change. I'm going to probably have a skylight on this side. I would love a skylight into the bedroom. I just think it would look marvellous. So I'm going to have to find a way of doing that. And I kind of know the way of doing that. But for now, this is where we're going to leave it today. So this is the bare bones. We've managed to get a good footprint down. I'm happy with everything. The window placement, the lot. The scale, the size, I'm for it. I really am. So we're going to come back to this next week, and we're going to be getting on with my dream home, the villa. But there we go. A start today. Looking forward to the series to see how it develops. And I'll be back next week with a new part to this as well. So very nice indeed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, my darlings. I will be back tomorrow with the start of another series. It's going to be called Same House 5 Decades. So what I'm doing is building a house. It's going to be starting off as a speed build kind of format, and then we're going to go into kind of let's build format and furnishing the house into 5 different eras, adding bits on here and there. That's the way I want to go with it. So there we go. Lovely job. Leave me some lovely comments down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.